To the agenda this evening from 6 to 6:30, we're going to talk about practicing gratitude. We're going to talk about writing thank you notes, and we'll actually give you a little bit of time to practice that today. After that, we're going to have about 40 minutes where we're going to be meeting in our success teams, and your success coaches, career advisors have worked hard to prepare something kind of as a one last hurrah as a group. And then the last 20 minutes are going to be a final reflection and share out, just kind of letting go of those warm fuzzies and sharing those with people. Metaphorical warm fuzzies, of course. Cool. So Lexi and Drew are going to talk to you about practicing gratitude.
All right. Thanks for that, Dave. Yeah, gratitude. So we're going to kind of get into that a little bit today. I think we think a lot about gratitude, especially as we're wrapping things up like we are with the summer and SummerWorks. And then, yeah, so we're going to get into it and do like a little poll. This next slide. Okay. Why don't you guys go to that link up there. I think we'll type it in this chat so you can find it really quickly, and then put in some responses about some things that you're grateful for right now. Like for example, for me, I am grateful for really, really great youth. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for awesome coworkers and bosses. Woohoo. Yeah, some stuff like that. So make sure you go to that link. I want to hear from you. Ooh, we got SummerWorks. We got family. Getting a job. Everything. Ooh, very all-encompassing. The NBA is back. That's a real thing, man. I laughed, but it's true. Opportunity to work here. Yes. New connections from this program. That's a really big thing. Networking and all that jazz. Everybody here at SummerWorks. Public speaking, yeah. Especially if you rock it and you don't feel as nervous as other people do. A lot of people, like Jordan said a couple weeks ago, are terrified of public speaking. So how about we do a couple more? My friends and family. That's very traditional. Perfect. Ooh, we got twins right here. My family and friends. New opportunities. Ryan Seacrest. Lakers beating the Blazers, potentially. We were just talking about that before we let you all in. Lexi's helping Dave's humor. My heart. Dave's heart. Look at him.
Don't be gassing Dave up like that. Don't tell him that he's funny, y'all, because he's out of control. You gotta reel him in.
Honestly, it does make me worse when you laugh at the jokes.
All right, well, that was really great. My music, heck yes. Dave being funny on reflections. I would be thankful for that, because if you're in reflection on Friday night, better be worth it, right? Dave makes it worth it. All right, I'm done hyping him up. Zoe's help, real MVP. Zoe helps me all the time. Okay, if I don't see any more coming through, we're slowing down. I think we should go to the next slide. Okay, and here's that really nice and fluffy quote. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it, right? So it's really like the message there is like show everybody that you're grateful for them, and, you know, like share your gratitude with the people that you're grateful for, and like grateful for their actions and like the care that they show and stuff like that. Even if it's not directed towards you. For example, like you could be grateful for our guest speakers last week for all the work that they do for our fellow community members, stuff like that. All right, go to the next little video. It's a really good little video about why gratitude is so important in so many different ways.
Okay, I shared computer audio, but can somebody give me a thumbs up if I play it and you can hear it?
Research shows that adopting an attitude of gratitude, simply expressing appreciation and being more thankful, can measurably improve your overall well-being. For example, studies prove that gratitude can increase happiness, reduce depression, and strengthen resiliency. Grateful people often experience reduced blood pressure, less chronic pain, increased energy, even longer lives. People who purposefully express more gratitude report higher self-esteem than those who don't, and they're more likely to help others, a pro-social behavior also linked to greater happiness. People who capture grateful thoughts before bed sleep better than those who don't. Why so many positive changes? Because gratitude actually rewires our brains, kickstarting the production of dopamine and serotonin. Like antidepressants, these feel-good neurotransmitters activate the bliss center of the brain, creating feelings of happiness and contentment. This appears to be self-perpetuating. Research suggests that with regular practice, you'll train your prefrontal cortex to better appreciate and retain positive experiences and thoughts, and to deflect the negative ones. Here are a few simple ways to deliberately cultivate that attitude of gratitude. Celebrate minor accomplishments. Think about what you have rather than dwelling on what you don't. Tell the people in your life something you appreciate about them. Tell yourself too. Volunteer, hold a door for a stranger, or simply smile more, and you'll probably feel better, as kindness and giving are connected to gratitude. Similar positive brain changes can occur from regular meditation and mindfulness. Keep a daily gratitude journal using an old-fashioned notebook or a high-tech app. The science is clear. Give gratitude a go. You'll be thankful you did.
All right, well, that was a fantastic video. Really glad that we included it. And I think it's a really awesome testament to like the power of like, you know, science and stuff like that, figuring out that being grateful, which is one of these, you know, like little soft, fluffy kind of things that people make it out to sound like a lot of times, is really super valuable personally, and also helps out the person that you're telling that you're grateful for, right? And showing gratitude too. And then also, like, you know, we can be grateful for things, right? Like Allison said, grateful for food, for videos and stuff like that. So help yourself out, be grateful, keep track. We can go on. Okay, and then let's think about how we can be grateful, you know, kind of right now, this time of our lives, in the future. Writing a thank you letter, right? This will carry you, you know, through your life, and it's a really important skill to have, really important thing to do for the people who go out of their way to help you, spend time with you, you know, stuff like that. I think Dave wants to show us something.
I forgot about that, that you're hinting at it. So this folder, a lot of them are green and yellow, but this folder contains every thank you letter I've ever received from students. And I've still got all of them. And some of them are more serious than others. One student, after I wrote her a thank you letter, I wrote her a letter of recommendation. She made me this drawing based on John Wooden's Pyramid of Success. And like just those things mean so much. And it really solidifies the relationship and yeah, it just means a lot to the person that you wrote it for, more than, you know, thanking them for their labor. It's a lot about thanking them for the experience and thanking them for the relationship. Thanks for
Yeah, I'm not gonna put y'all on blast, but I had a couple of youth write me thank you notes last summer, and I definitely still have them. So just want to retweet Dave. That's it.
I was just about to write in the chat that I have a thank you card from someone who did summer works 3 years in a row. He wrote me a thank you card at the end of last summer because it was his last year, and it is quite literally still on my fridge.
Exactly. So that kind of answers this question. Why would you write a thank you letter? It means so much to the receiver, to the person that you're writing to. Obviously, like, these things get kept for such a long time because they mean so much. Little meme at the bottom. Thank you, graduation gowns, for basically saying, this is one of the most important days of your life, so dress in your finest clothing and throw this loose-fitting garbage sack over the top of it. Funny, but don't take away from the message that we need to send these thank you letters, even if it's being grateful for these weird things that we do and traditions.
That's Jimmy Fallon.
I know. Super cool.
All right. So now I'm going to take y'all through just like, well, now you know why you should write a thank you letter. I'll take you through how to do so and whatnot. So just in general, writing a thank you letter, like after an interview or after just something someone does for you, that's a general power move. It's definitely, you make a way better impression by doing it than by not doing it, for sure. And then just in general, like the video covered pretty well, practicing gratitude is just good for you in general, good for your health. And then also from a professional development perspective, it helps you strengthen your network by like helping maintain those contacts. So those people will still want to help you as you move throughout your career. And then it's just in general, it's good manners. And I equate that to putting good energy out into the world. And I believe that if you put good energy out into the world, generally things will work out for you. So yeah, more additional good things about writing a thank you letter. We can go to the next one. So some best practices, handwritten thank you notes or letters are great. It might not be the most convenient option most of the time, and in the situation that we're in now, it might not be like the safest option even. So yeah, but just in general, email is quicker. You know, you can obviously type it up real quick and get it to somebody instantly. Also, it's, you know, might be easier to read depending on your like handwriting ability. For me personally, typing is way better. Because yeah, my handwriting is really bad. My dad like got on me a lot when I was a kid for having bad handwriting, and like he always said that would like come to bite me in the end or something like that. But I can literally type every communication I make to anybody, so I don't really see that happening. But still, so yeah. Then also going back to handwritten versus like email and stuff like that, it might be weird to ask somebody for their address to mail a letter, depending on how well you know that person, you know. And then also be quick about it. Like it should happen soon after like the interaction where you'd be thanking them. And then also make sure you proofread. This is a good rule for any like written communication that you're going to send out for other people to see. Definitely proofread it before you send it. And then, yeah, when in doubt, like if you're in a situation where you're thinking, oh, should I send a thank you letter? If you like have any type of thought that you should, then definitely do it. It doesn't hurt. And then also try to keep it concise. Like, obviously this depends on like how well you know a person, but like long thank you letters might be a bit excessive. So yeah. All right, we can go to the next one.
And obsessive too. Don't forget.
It could be interpreted as that. Yes, Bree. All depends. So here's the general format of a thank you letter, and I'll go into more detail on like each section of this in the coming slides. But you see there generally a greeting. You know, you got your paragraph structures, a conclusion, and then a closing. So yeah, we can go to the next one. So for the greetings, again, this all like kind of depends on how well you know a person, and also like, you know, if they've earned like a PhD or an MD or something like that, you'll obviously use doctor or, you know, something of that nature. So just to go over it, the more formal greetings are like, you know, Mr., Mrs., or Mr., Miss, Doctor, something like that. So like I said, like if you've not met a person, if you don't know a person too well, it's a good way to go generally. You know, it's good for any type of interview, informational, job interview, or if you're thanking one of your professors for a letter of recommendation, it's a good chance that you know, they're a doctor. So, and then for less formal situations, a good like hello, first name of person would be a good way to go. So like less formal situations we define here as, you know, say as for your mentor or an internship supervisor, hint, hint. Or just like for a former boss who writes you a letter of recommendation. All right, we can go to the next one. Yep, big hint, hint. So going over what the first paragraph should include, your first said sentence should just be explaining why you're reaching out to them. You know, it could be a situation where somebody might not know why you're thanking them, and they might be like, oh, why is this? If you don't like mention it, they won't know why you're thanking them. I don't know. It just makes sense to do that. And then in the second sentence, you know, reiterate that thanks and acknowledge that they might be busy. So any time that they take to look over, well, any time that they took to do things for you, and then also to look over like anything you send them, that's great. Acknowledge that stuff. And then just some general advice. You want to try to balance like being thankful and kind. Yeah, you want to balance that. You don't want to, you know, be too much with it, because it might be interpreted as like maybe excessive or maybe insincere even. And you don't want that. So have a balance there. We can go to the next one. For the second paragraph, going into more detail about why you're grateful for like what this person helps you with, what they did for you. Make sure that you're specific. I think if like you're not specific, it might come off as insincere. Like if you're just giving a general thanks and you know, just for doing it, and you didn't actually come away with anything. So definitely be specific. And then yeah, describe the impact that it made. Just another general good practice. Again, like coming across as sincere. Yeah, it shouldn't look generic. So basically the whole second paragraph is making sure that like your thank you is meaningful. Yeah. Yep, we can go to the next one. And then the optional third paragraph, you know, if you feel the need to like strengthen your relationship with this person, you know, you could add that third paragraph to bolster it. So for example, you could like offer, if you're in a situation where there's like, you're part of an internship program, you're like moving on from it, and then there's more people coming in, you could offer to speak with future interns about your experience. You could propose to like meet over coffee if you want to, like, you know, proactively bolster that relationship. You can like kind of start a productive dialogue or correspondence by suggesting like cool articles or documentaries that you think they might be interested in based on the things that they're interested in. stuff like that. And then, yeah, you could also like even volunteer to proofread some work that they're doing. So like offer some help back, basically. So yeah, that's some options for you if you want to add that optional paragraph. You can go to the next one. And then a conclusion, just a, short, simple sentence that just reiterates your gratitude to kind of close that loop. And really, that's it. That's it. You can go to the next one, I think. Yeah, and then just common closings. I use all the best. I like that one. But you got a few others. Sincerely, like cordially. I haven't seen that very often, but that's another good one. Yeah, these are all good bets here. And I think that's it for this one. Yeah,